Hi folks, this is Mr. Weston here, and with me is the collector's edition of Theorhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call. Now, I remember playing the other game, just the normal Theorhythm Final Fantasy, ages ago, and absolutely loved it. This is the sequel that was announced a little while ago, and I managed to pick this up at EB for about, obviously, $109.95. It is worth mentioning, as much as we did get in Australia, I was one of the 500 people that got it. It's not completely Australian. As you can see down below here, all it is pretty much the European edition with a rating sticker on it. You'll even see it on the back as well, just right there. And of course, you can also see what's inside. So I'm going to slip this off, and let's have a look inside. Thankfully, the cover just slips off quite easily. I actually thought this would be a little bit harder, but thankfully, all there was is just a little bit of paper. There was nothing holding it together. I was quite surprised at that, but, well, there you go. So, this is what you see here. Now, of course, you got the little main characters on the front, and of course, a few more as well. Some of them, you can see, weren't actually playable in the first edition of the game, but some of them are this time. So, you'll be able to open it up right here. Let's have a look-see. Right, what you see on the front is the very lovely 3DS case for it. It's just a plain on the back. Now, since this is a I imagine this is a universal one, so you can actually put it in a 3DS XL and a normal 3DS, which is quite handy for me, because I actually own two 3DSs. One of them is a Monster Hunter 3DS. I'm still playing the game, 700 hours into it. And the other one is a Blue Pokemon XY edition. So, this will be handy for either one of them, but I do have my bag as well. So, I'm just going to quickly open this up, bear with me for a moment. And to prove that I'm not lying, yes, there are two 3DSs here. So, the first one on the right is in fact the Monster Hunter 3DS. The 3DS XLs actually don't come in black completely. So, this one does in fact have Monster Hunter pre-installed on it. I did have a 4 gig on here because the file itself was about 2 gig or so, and I've now put in the 32. And of course, here is the XY one. So let's actually flip it up, and it does actually look like it will fit. In fact, it fits in quite nicely, plus a few games as well. I think I'll be taking it up with me to the EB Games Expo when I'm up there in a few weeks. Alright, so I'm going to quickly open this up. Bear with me for a moment. Alright, now, after opening up this little clear case here, you actually come up here with 5 lovely collector cards. You actually do get these ones in-game. Now, in fact, they do have a little password on the back of them, so you can actually unlock them in-game. And by that, I do mean you can actually unlock these cards by just typing the password in. Alright, so of course you have here Edgar from Final Fantasy VI, Zack Fair from Final Fantasy VII, but of course he is also in Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Yuna from Final Fantasy X-2. Now that is of course her Gunner Dress Fear, I believe it is. I do actually have X-2, but I've yet to play it. Yesilotal. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I imagine that's wrong. Of course, you can see him from Final Fantasy XIV. And, of course, Ramza from Final Fantasy Tactics. So, there we go. Now, of course, here is, in fact, the Theorhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call itself. I'm just going to quickly open it up. And, of course, the final pieces of the puzzle, the game itself, and the lovely CDs, I should say. So, this is in fact the best of Theorhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call, but in fact there's actually 2 CDs inside. Of course, you got your disc 1 here. Now, I thought it opened this way, but in fact, it's on the inside the other way. So, for most people who actually pre-ordered it earlier, this is the CD they'd get, and it's only 5... Oh, no, that's actually... Sorry, this is the proper disc 1, which is actually included in the collector's edition. Everyone else would get the remix section, which is only 5 songs here. Having said that, those are pretty nice songs here. So, now of course, you do get a majority of the. So on the disc 1, you do get one from pretty much almost every single game that's out. So this is actually a very nice. What I would absolutely, if anyone can try and pick this up, do, because it is extremely limited, and I don't think you'll be able to get this anytime soon. So yeah, this is Mr. Weston. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.